Hey guys, welcome back to RMA Garage. I'm glad you joined us today. In today's video, we're going to be working on my RV, and we had a bit of an issue last storm. A storm of seismic proportions took out my license plate frame holder in the form of a sheet of plywood flying through the air. So what we have to do is we have to replace it with a new one. Now, the nice thing is they put the model, the name of the manufacturer, and everything that you needed to look up on the internet to get the exact same one. So I found it, came in a couple of days, and it came with a pigtail. Well, there's wires that go into the RV, and you can't get to the pigtails on the other end where you can disconnect them. They're not coming out. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to solder these two together. I'm going to cut these wires and then I'm going to solder them. And my son gave me these little soldering sleeves. They have solder in them and you're supposed to be able to heat them up and solder them together. So we're going to give those a shot. They're not sponsored by me, but he got them for his stereo system in his truck. So we're going to try and use those to solder these up and see how it works. So I thought this would be a nice quick video to show you guys that this is not really hard. Hopefully it's not going to be, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, so let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to do is take off my little makeshift rain guard here. This was to protect it from the rain that we had the last couple of days. So I took that little piece of plastic off just to keep this dry from the rain. And when I got to this point, I saw that this little plug comes out, and I thought possibly I could just maybe reuse this and slide this into there. You see that plug is in there. Well, there's a bulb in there. You can see the bulb is right there. And the way you take this out is you have to go that way with it and push it out. Well, what happens is when you push it that far, the bulb bottoms out on this piece of plastic and you can't get it out. And I sat for a little while thinking, how does this piece come out to replace? And I couldn't figure it out. So, and in lieu of breaking it, I've decided to just kind of solder these onto there. So that's what we're going to do. To give us enough room possible, I'm going to cut the black first. Okay, we're going to do that one first. We're going to leave that one attached just so we don't short out the wires. Okay, we're probably going to take maybe 3/8 of an inch. Oh, got to go up one more size. All right, so now we have one of these guys. So we're going to slide this on. Actually, we have a lot more space. Let's see here. I'm going to slide that on. And then I was thinking the videos show this just basically overlapping, but I would think that if we wrap these, it would give us a better chance of success. Just kind of engage it. So then we're going to line that little silver part up with the wires that are overlapped. All right, so the solder it's melting the plastic. The solder hasn't liquefied yet. And it's kind of getting there. Okay, we're just going to use a lighter and see if this works. And it did. And I could see it already melt in. Except the wind's starting to blow now. All right, the wind died down and we got the solder to melt. I guess that's the trick. The heat gun didn't work as well as I thought it was going to. I thought the heat gun was going to work. All right, so we got the black all soldered up, and so now let's do the white. Okay. And the wind kind of died down a little bit, so maybe we got a chance here to do it in one shot. Okay, so we got that all ready to go. See if I can block the wind. And it's starting to melt, and there it goes. Perfect. So hopefully you guys could see that. But we got it enough flame on there to melt the solder. Maybe you guys can see that, but that actually worked out pretty well. All right, guys, so we got this all soldered up, and we're gonna flick on the lights and see if the light comes on. Did it come on? Yay, we have light. All right, perfect. So I think the hard part's over. Let's go ahead and tuck these wires in. I'll turn the lights off, tuck the wires in, and we'll mount this up. Okay, guys, so we're ready to mount this, but I made one little mistake. So I forgot to put this on, and I had to cut a slit in this so that the wires can get through. So it's supposed to go like that, and then this goes up against the RV, and the adhesive side goes to the plate. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel this off. So you see I had to put that on like so. So let's peel this off. Okay, we're zoomed out a little bit. I'm going to take this, we're going to peel that off, and we're going to take this, and the adhesive side is going to go to the bracket side. So we're going to slice that. There we go. And we're going to line this up as best we can. Like so. Doesn't fit 100% perfect, but let's make this go up a little bit higher. It's kind of a little finicky. Let's make that go up just a little bit higher. So now that's kind of fitting a little bit better on the sides. Okay, so we kind of bumped it up just a little bit on the sides. So now it seems to be fitting a little bit better. Okay, now before we mount these, we got to put the nuts in here that are actually going to hold the license plate frame. Okay, so we have these two little square nuts. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel this back a little bit and stick these in. And they slide in like so. And then the tape pretty much is going to hold them in place. It's a little finicky. Here, well, whoop. There we go. So we're going to put that one like so, and then that is going to hold that in place. And we got the other side here. We'll stick that in like so. See if we can hold it in place. I guess we're going to have to turn it upside down. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So we got the wires in. I think we're ready to mount now. Let's just double check to make sure that the license plate is going to fit those holes. And I think they are. Okay, so now what I have found, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a piece of tape just like this to hold this together. There we go. Just a little bit of Gorilla Tape just to hold that little thing together so these don't separate. There, little mistake, little fix. There we go. Okay, so now we're ready to mount. We got 2 holes here, and they corresponds with these 2 holes. And with messing around with this section, I found that I have more room to go up with these wires than down, because it seems like that the gang of wires is like right here. So we're gonna try and shove these things up. Oh yeah, I think it's working. Oh, it stopped. Okay, so we went as high as we could. I'm thinking maybe going to the side now. And we're gonna go to the side. Oh yeah, that's working. Okay, perfect, look at that. There we go, we got enough space. So now we got the 2 screws that held it in. Nothing special about this. Just don't over tighten them, because we are dealing with RV walls and design and all the other fun stuff that goes along with RVing. All right, I'm being careful here not to over tighten, because if these strip out, that would be horrible. Okay, so that's nice and secure. So now we got our license plate. See if we can, oh, and by the way, my wife picked out this out. This is a silicone license plate frame. You see how it kind of is stretchy there? She didn't want the raw edge, and we didn't like the plastic ones because they kind of vibrate. So this one here, it wraps around and it basically protects the frame so you don't cut yourself on it if she's loading bikes and doing all kinds of stuff back here. So I think that's going to work out just fine. And I just got to find where that nut is. There we go. And there, these screws are not very long. Just got to find where that starts. There we go. And there you have it. Did the light come on? Perfect. Lights on, job done. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. What did we learn? We learned that you better put the foam backing on before you solder the wires up. And we needed flame to melt that solder for those connectors, because my heat gun wasn't hot enough, or at least I didn't have it hot enough for it to work. So if you have a heat gun that goes past 500 degrees, maybe that'll work. But they worked out great. They soldered up great. The wires held. Everything was fine. So if you guys have any questions, leave them below. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Again, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.